So we have here the Nama J2 Gold Press Juicer made in Korea. This is the box it came in. I ordered it from what was it called? Oh, UK Juices, that's it, ukjuices.com. Fortunately, if you Google it, you can find discount codes and get a bit of a discount on what you order. I happened to pick up my discount code from juicemaster.com, so I got 10% discount on this. And the benefit when you're in the UK ordering from a UK company is that then you don't have to deal with all the taxes and stuff that come with the juicer. Because if you buy it directly from the Nama website, you will unfortunately have to pay import taxes, which then adds up and also slows down delivery, which is annoying. The slowing down delivery part, not the adding the taxes. Obviously, taxes should just get paid when you're ordering it, which would be ideal, but hey ho, not everybody does that. Anyway, so yeah, we got this from ukjuices.com, and yeah, got a free book with it. So the Super Juice Me book from Jason Vale. So that's in here somewhere as well. So inside the box, it's a bit like opening a computer. You've got another box inside. Now, so this is the shipping box. It's got Nama written all over it. But this is the actual product box. Nice and colourful. And for the benefit of those people that order it in the UK from ukjuices.com, we get the Super Juice Me 28-day juice plan with the book, with the juicer, which is really handy. I already have a copy, but it's always good to have more copies. Can never have too many copies. Make great gifts. They make great gifts. So this lovely box, pictures of apples, and I think there's some peach, and basically just apples, nicely designed. And the thing I love about the way they've packaged this up is it looks and feels just like you're opening up a computer. So, okay, this is it stuck somewhere here? It's just in very tight. Let's see if we can figure out how this opens. Oh, there we go. Try opening it on this side. There's a little tab here. It says open here. That kind of gives it away. Open here. Just here. It says open here. So I'm going to just grab my knife again and slide that open. Which is interesting because like I'd have thought you'd open it where the handle is, but no. It's on the opposite side. But that's okay. So it's nice and pretty, and it opens up, and inside the box, oh, more boxes. A warm welcome from Nama in the namaworld.com. So that's written in here. And then conveniently, everything has labels. So there is the base, the chamber set and quick start guide, the smoothie strainer, the juice container, the pulp container, and the pusher and the cleaning brush. And it even says start here on this box. So I'm going to follow the instructions and start here. So this is the chamber set and the quick start guide. Although I'm going to take the smoothie strainer out purely because it'll be a lighter box. So it's a lot easier to then move this and get this out. Now inside the chamber set and quick start guide box, it says start here, so let's open this up. And let's see what's inside. So we've got an envelope. Oh, there we go. And that envelope says start here, so quick start guide, user manual recipe book. And it's also so great. They've got a QR code, and it says for quick setup instructions, activate your phone camera and hover over the code. Okay, bit of a typo there, but we'll let them off with that. So there's a QR code there and instructions on how to get started. So when we actually go to using it, I'll start there. But for the purposes of opening it up and showing you what's inside, I'm going to just open up each box and show you the contents. So this is the chamber set and the quick start guide. So that's the quick start guide. And the chamber set, if you look at the picture, it's the bit on the top and then the bit that does the juicing. So this is inside this box, and it's nicely wrapped up. So I'm going to just tip it upside down. Hopefully nothing else falls out with it. There we go. So it's got a little bit of cardboard in the bottom to kind of keep it in position. And let's just unwrap it as well. So it's nicely wrapped. You know, you've got to give them some points for presentation, right? Not like the old days where everything was just... Oh, and there's even... Okay, so check this out. So inside the lid, more label. It says, "A warm welcome from Nama." Here we go. "A warm welcome from Nama." And then it's got something about layering guide. Load your hopper in this order for best results. Top hard, then medium, then soft, then leafy at the bottom. So really quick, really easy, you know, 5-second guide. Just shows you what you need to do in what order. And they've got some more instructions on the back. So enjoy your delicious juices, and they just talk about how they want you to maximize the benefits. We want you to maximize the benefits of your new Nama cold press juicer and to safely use it with confidence. So please carefully read the user manual before using the product. Remember, this product has been designed for use by adults, and any use by children requires close supervision. So kids, don't go using it without your parents. Read the user manual, but here are a few important safety reminders. Do not ever put fingers or other objects into the hopper, pulp outlet, or juice outlet. Only use specified accessories. When moving the juicer, always lift and carry from the base and not from the hopper. So if you're going to move it around, don't lift it from this. Lift it from the base, which is in the box. It's sort of a lot heavier. It's where the motor is. And yeah, just don't stick your fingers in there when you're juicing. Just kind of obvious, but I guess, you know, they had to put something on there, right? So anyways, we'll just take it out of this packaging, which keeps it nice and safe, but yeah, it looks a bit plastic, but never mind. It's all good. So yeah, let's just stick this back in there. Like to keep the things with it, so should I ever move or upcycle it or pass it on or whatever, all the bits are with it. So that'll go back in there. We'll just stick that in there as well, because we don't need it. And so here's the hopper and the chamber. So there's this and the base here. And actually it's got everything inside it already, so I'm just going to show it real quick. So there's a button here of something, yeah, there we go. So that releases the lid. So, I mean, the whole lid does come off. And it looks like there's some safety mechanism on there as well. So you open that up. This you can remove when you're cleaning. Inside you'll see the blade is already in there. And the base is already set up. So, yeah. The pulp comes out this end. And that's just, this is kind of nice, right? So to make it easier to clean, you just open up the latch and then close it back up. It's so much nicer than some of the older versions of these types of juices. And it's fair to say we've used a fair few of them. And then just on this side, this is where the juice would come out. So that when you want the juice to come out, you just open that up and seal that up. So now this base will sit on the motor itself, and inside of here it'll connect with the motor. There's an auger and everything inside there. I'll just quickly open it up and show it to you. So in order to open this up, more instructions. Warning, do not ever put fingers or other objects into the hopper, juice outlet. Inserting body parts or objects during operation could cause serious injury. Yes, well, obviously don't put your fingers inside. So now this, it has a nice smooth turn, and it just lifts off like that. And when you do, you get access to this part, the inside. So in here you've got the auger. Now this is basically what cuts everything up. So you can see it's pretty solid. It's got a bit of a heft to it, a bit of a weight. And that's where it connects with the motor inside. And then in here you've got a sieve, and then inside the sieve you've got the little hole there, and that hole will sit on the motor with this on top. So just pop that in there, and there we go. So when this connects, just so you can see, when the auger is connected on the inside, when you turn the auger in one direction, then the sieve turns in the other direction, and that basically helps clean the outside of the mesh, so that as you're juicing, the ingredients are cleaned off the edge. So now let's pop this back on. So now with this, to put it back on the base, you've got this. If you look at the base, there's a little bit there, there's a little bit here, and they have to connect. So to put them back on, you have to put them, oh, let's see if we can get the angle here. So to put them back on, you have to make sure that this lines up just before it, and twist, and it's nice and secure. So that's that part. Now, if we were making smoothies, we would want to use the smoothie strainer, so I'm going to just open it up just to show. The great thing is, when you're making a smoothie, it means that then you don't have the waste, so it all just goes out of one exit. Waste doesn't go out. And so with the smoothie strainer, the difference is that the smoothie strainer, it has larger holes, so then stuff will get squeezed out of there and you'll get a nice smoothie. So I'm going to take it out for now, just so that we wash it all and have it available when we want to use it. Obviously, I strongly encourage reading the instruction manual for how to use what and when. Now, next I'm going to take out the smaller boxes here before we take out the base, just so we've got a bit of space to move them about. So this one is the pusher and the cleaning brush, and this one's the juice container and the pulp container. So this one, let's do this first, the juice container and the pulp container. Now with this, oh, it all just comes out as one, and there's a lid. So the idea being, you could make your juice, pop the lid on it, and then keep it in the fridge. So we'll take that lid out. And again, there's extra cardboard in there to kind of just hold it in place, as it were, so it doesn't rock about. And conveniently, one stacks inside the other, so it takes up less space on your countertop when you're not using it. Oh, each one's individually wrapped. That's convenient. A bit of extra plastic, but at least it doesn't scratch. So the larger one here, that one will be for your pulp. And then the smaller one here, this is where your juices would go. And now on the smaller one is actually measures of up to 1,000 milliliters here. Oh, let's see, up to 1,000 milliliters or 35 ounces. And then it's got gradations every 100 mils on this side and every 5 ounces on this side. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 ounces, or 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 1,000 milliliters on the other side. So that's quite nice. And just to finish it off, here's the lid for the juice jug. So once you've made your juice, you can pop the lid on it, keep it in the fridge, drink it fresh out of there. Make sure you're getting the best version of your juice when you're storing it. You can just keep it like that on your counter or wherever it is that you keep your juicing, your juicer and your accessories. So now that's the juice container and the pulp container. And now I'm just going to show quickly the pusher and the cleaning brush. Now, this is quite a large box for what isn't actually very much. So it's more, I guess, to fit the packaging, but it is a bit of a wasted space. Never mind. You could have probably just put it inside the juice container, pulp container box, but then you'd have an empty gap inside here. So here's the brush, the cleaning brush, nice big, got a tip on the end, that will swivel round. So this brush here, it's got a mini brush here, so let's see, how does that go? Oh, it doesn't want to, I might have to oh, there we go, yep. So that swivels round, and then you've got a small brush on that end and a big one on this one. So that's more to get into like the small nooks and crannies and the bits that the bigger brush doesn't get into, and it just swivels round if you need something to just poke through gaps and things. And then this is convenient, a nice little pusher. So this way you can push the ingredients, put the ingredients in and then push them into the top here. There you go. So that keeps things from coming back out, which generally isn't likely to be the case, but if you need to push things in further, that's the way to do it. So we got those out. Let's pop that back in there. And now the last part, the pièce de résistance, as they say. Let's just pop this over here. Is the base. Now, this is by far the heaviest part of all of the juicer, because this is where you've got your heavy duty motor. Now, as you can see, there's a nice UK cable in here. So they've thought about the packaging a little so they can swap cables out and keep everything else the same. Cardboard to keep it all in place. This is almost certainly the bit that goes into the auger. Nice and protected with a bit of cardboard there. And you can see there's the little bit. So we're going to just take the whole thing out and undress it, as it were, from the packaging. So again, you can see in there the cardboard's nicely put around the edges to keep it from wobbling about. And now inside here, again, this is all nicely wrapped up. I'm going to just take it out of the plastic. And here comes the base. Alright, it's a little bit heavier, so just to wobble that a little bit. Here we go. So, ton ton ton. Nice black base. I opted for black just because it's a nice, easy color to keep clean. It's got a vent at the bottom, some labeling, what have you, dial on the front. Here's the bit that goes into the juicer itself that's connected to the motor. And then at the back here is the power supply. It just takes a normal kettle lead, so that's convenient. And just pop this packaging away. Again, it's more just because I intend to keep the juicer, and when we move or we need to change, oh, I forgot the part that came inside it. I took all the packaging out and now I've taken it out and not put it back in. So there was this part that was on top of it. Oh, and this that was on top of the bit here. The bit of the motor that sticks out. Just put that back in there. I think that's everything up. And then we've just got the extension lead, so I'll keep hold of that. Well, not extension lead, but power cable. So there we go. So that is all the parts that we're going to take out. So let's see, the juice pop container was there. The pusher cable was there. And that's the juicer. So I'm going to just close this up. As you can see, it goes all back into a nice little box, so it's nice, tidy and organized. It's always important to be organized, I like to think. It's kind of like Tetris, right? And so here is what you get. You get the base, right? So now this base has got a simple dial on, off, and reverse. So the reverse is for if it gets stuck. if you ever need to like just have it go in the other direction and then go back to its normal operation. On obviously is the way forward. Once you have this, you want to plug it in. It's got a nice 3-pin here. Let me just show you real quick. It's got a nice 3-pin kettle lead, as you would have with like standard computers and stuff. And then this goes on the top. Now, conveniently, there's a groove here in the back. I'll just tilt that forward if I may. Hang on one second. So there's a groove here in the back, and this bit that's sticking out will then line up with the back here. So you've got that bit sticking out. So you just sit that on there, and it should, there we go. Just sits like that. There you go. So it just sits like that. So that's the juicer assembled. Plug that in and stick one of these either side. That one there. That one there. And you're good to go. And if you want to make a smoothie, just swap the strainer. You don't need that one. And it will just come out this way. Or you leave that closed and it goes out that way. I don't know. Like, I'll need to read the instructions. But yeah, that's everything. And the power cable. The quick start manual. So with the quick start manual, well, with the manual, I'm going to just quickly open it up just to show you what's inside the start here section. So obviously you could just scan the QR code, but you get a Nama recipe book. That's quite sizable compared to the other. I think you got 3 of them, and that one's probably the widest, one of the widest ones. And then you've got the Nama instruction manual, and you've got the Nama quick start guide. Naturally, that's what we're going to start with. And yeah, that's everything that came with the lovely Nama J2 juicer. So I hope that's been helpful for those of you wondering what comes in the box, how does it come apart, how easy is it to use. I mean, look, that's so simple. And it wasn't that difficult at all. I mean, I assembled it as I was going. It was so intuitive, so easy to follow. I mean, you know, they don't get any easier than this. Trust me, I've used some juices in my time, and this is probably one of the simplest and easiest ones ever that I've seen, heard of, and used in the past as well. So really excited to introduce this back into my daily juicing regimen, or at least weekly for now, and then gradually move back to daily once health improves. But yeah, I'm looking forward to kind of putting this to task and then gradually getting back on track with my health. So I hope that's been helpful for you guys. I hope you've enjoyed watching me unbox this Nama J2 juicer. And if you have any questions about how it works, anything about like where to order it, anything else you want to know about the J2 juicer, feel free to ask in the comments below or kind of give me some feedback. Was this helpful? Was this useful? Would you want to see more of these sorts of things, or is it not really that helpful? And I've literally just noticed, so in the same way that the measuring jug that the juice comes out in has markings, so it turns out, I don't know if it'll be visible from here, but along this side here, let's see if I can just zoom in a bit. So along here, there we go. Does that work? So just here, there's a bit of markings as well. So you've got 16 ounce and 450 ml. So you can do up to 500 ml of juice per cycle in there. So that's kind of cool. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and hopefully it helps you in making your decision as to whether or not to get a J2 juicer from Nama. Everyone I know is raving about it. Everything I've seen just talks so positively about it. My experience so far has just been awesome with it, so I highly recommend it. But whether or not you get it is down to you guys, and obviously cost being a consideration, there are cheaper juicers out there, and it's more important the juicer that you use is the one that you get, and then what you can afford is what you have. And you know, sometimes if you can't afford it, save up for a couple of months and then maybe you can. But in the meantime, buy a cheaper one, start using it, so at least you're getting the benefits of juicing into your day-to-day health and lifestyle. So that's all for now. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you want more info, comment below, or message me directly on wherever you see this video. And yeah, hopefully it's been as helpful for you as it has been fun for me, because I've enjoyed unboxing it. I'm so excited. I'm so glad like unboxing is a thing, and people enjoy seeing what's inside the box of a product. Take care. Have a great day, guys. Bye. And gals. Have a great day, people. Ciao, ciao.